Hi and welcome. Is your salary going to be reduced? What impact the new wage code have on your CTC? So will you be benefited from these changes? And if yes, then how? We'll declutter all that for you today. I'm Sakshi and be with me for next 20 minutes and I'll tell you everything that you need to know. So let's just start by understanding how our CTC is basically distributed. So yes, we can just see on our screens that our CTC basically have two components. So one is the basic pay, DA, and other are the other components, that is the bonus, PF, conveyance allowance, HR, and there is a long list for that. So now, before going further, let's just understand how this distinction is drawn. What is the test? क्या टेस्ट है जिसके बेसिस पर हम ये डिस्टिंक्शन ड्रॉ कर सकते हैं कि क्या हमारे फिक्स्ड इनकम का पार्ट होगा और क्या हमारे वेरिएबल अर्निंग्स का पार्ट होगा. So there was a judgment of Supreme Court of India which was delivered in February 2019 and they explained all this. So what was said in that judgment was, what are wages? So if we go by the definition of wages, wages are basically the earnings that the employee gets because he's performing his duty. हम एक एम्प्लॉय अपना काम कर रहा है तो एम्प्लॉयर उसको पैसा दे रहा है एज पर हिज कॉन्ट्रैक्ट ऑफ एम्प्लॉयमेंट. So that basically come in the fixed income. And the other components are generally the variable earnings. For example, हमने दो मैनेजर को अपॉइंट करा तो एज पर द कॉन्ट्रैक्ट ऑफ एम्प्लॉयमेंट उनकी कुछ पार्ट तो फिक्स्ड होगा, उनका बेसिक पे, उनका डीए, दैट विल बी फिक्स्ड. पर अब वो आगे कैसा काम करेंगे उस हिसाब से उनका बोनस, उनका कन्वेंस अलाउंस, एचआर, काफी कुछ उस हिसाब से भी डिसाइड हो सकता है. एंड देयरफॉर दैट वी कॉल एज अ वेरिएबल अर्निंग. तभी इसको हम अलग रखते हैं अपनी फिक्स्ड इनकम से, क्योंकि ये जो वेरिएबल अर्निंग्स है, ये जो है ये डिपेंड करेगा एम्प्लॉय की डिलिजेंस पे, उनकी कैपेबिलिटी पे. सो दैट्स नॉट फिक्स्ड. So that's the basic test that is that is applied to draw what will be the part of fixed income and what will be the part of our variable earnings. हमने ऐसा देखा है कि जनरली बेसिक पे और डीए को ही हमारी फिक्स्ड इनकम का पार्ट माना जाता है, बट ऐसा है नहीं. कोई ऐसा बोनस जो हम अपने सारे एम्प्लॉयज को ऑफ दैट कैटेगरी ऑफ एम्प्लॉयज, फॉर एग्जांपल लेट्स से मैनेजर, अगर हम अपने सारे मैनेजर को कोई एक फिक्स्ड अमाउंट ऑफ बोनस दे रहे हैं, so that can also be part of our fixed income. So that was the test that is drawn, how we distinguish between our fixed income and our variable earnings. तो तो जब ये नया वेज कोड नहीं आया था उससे पहले we can see that हमारा CTC 1000 था, our basic pay is 350, our DA is 100, and therefore our total becomes 450. And in the other components, it might be bonus, PF, conveyance allowance, HRA, and it is almost 550. That means this is more than 50%. Now, why I am again saying that this is less than 50%, this is more than 50%, we'll just understand in just few minutes. So yes, so wages. Now, if we look into the wages definition in the new code of wages, it means remuneration. चाहे वो सैलरी के तौर पर दिया जाए, चाहे वो अलाउंस के तौर पर दिया जाए, या वो काइंड में दिया जाए. So that is the basic definition. किसी भी तरह की remuneration जो हम एम्प्लॉय को देते हैं उसे हम wages कहते हैं. But this definition doesn't stop here. So now it has some inclusion part. It says that it includes the basic pay, the DA, and the retaining allowance. That's very simple. So now it also have the exclusion part. So there is a long list will include the bonus, HRA, contribution paid by the employer to any pension fund, conveyance allowance, value of any house accommodation, any sum paid to employed person, remuneration payable under any award or settlement, any overtime allowance, any commission payable to the employee, any gratuity payable on termination of employment, any retrenchment compensation or retirement benefit. So there is a long list of exclusion. That means this all will be excluded when we will be calculating our wages. अब यहाँ तक तो बड़ा आसान था, ये include होगा, ये exclude होगा, that's it. No. Now is that complex part. proviso 1 to section 2 which define the wage act. So now it says ये जो हमारी पूरी list है from bonus till any commission payable to employee. So this list अगर हम इन सबको add कर देते हैं and this come out to be more than 50% of all the remuneration that the employee is getting, then there is the problem. जितना भी amount 50% से exceed करेगा वो सारा का सारा amount हमारे wages के अंदर add कर दिया जाएगा. So now I'll just help you understand with an example. So ये वही example है जो इससे पहले हमने लिया था. So the present condition was कि हमें 1000 रुपए मिल रहे थे. Now our basic plus DA plus our retaining allowance. So here there is no retaining allowance. So that comes out to be 450. Now if you look into the other components, it is collectively come out to be 550, right? So that means this is more than 50%. So इससे पहले जब ये नया wage code नहीं आया था, it was fine. Generally, we have seen that the fixed income, the basic pay or DA, retaining allowance, whatever, it depends that whether you're getting DA or retaining allowance. So ये सिर्फ 20-30% part होता था हमारी fixed income का. बाकी सारा हमारा other allowances था, and it was fine. But now it comes the new wage code into picture. So अभी हमने वो सारे allowance की list देखी थी और हमने देखा था कि अगर उसको add करके 50% से ज़्यादा आएगा of your total CTC, then the excess amount will be transferred to your wages. अब यहाँ पर हमारा जो other components है, this comes out to be 550. That means this 50 will now be plugged back to the wages, and this will lead to increase of our wages that will come from 450 to 500. That means our basic pay plus DA plus retaining allowance, it has to be at least 50% of our CTC, at least 50% of our CTC. ठीक है, पर अब इसका impact क्या होगा? जैसे ही हमारा basic pay बढ़ेगा, accordingly हमारा PF contribution भी बढ़ जाएगा, हमारी gratuity, हमारा bonus भी बढ़ जाएगा, क्योंकि ये सारा हमारी basic pay पे depend करता है. So now how it will change? अगर हम देखें, so हमारा जो PF contribution है, that is basically 12% of our wages, right? So जब हमारी wages, हमारा basic pay increase कर जाएगा because of that 50% condition, तो हमारा PF contribution भी बढ़ जाएगा. और जैसे ही एक employee का PF contribution बढ़ेगा, वैसे ही employer का भी PF contribution बढ़ जाएगा, क्योंकि employer को भी उतना ही contribute करना होता है जितना employee को करना होता है. I know अब आप सब लोग क्या सोच रहे हैं, but whoever is watching this video, एक हमारे दिमाग में एक चीज आ रही होगी, यार ये जो PF का जो एक कैप है, that's 15,000. मैं तो मिनिमम कैप के हिसाब से डिपॉजिट करता हूँ, तो मुझे क्या फर्क पड़ता है मेरी बेसिक पे बढ़े या कम हो? That's correct. Till now the wage ceiling is 15,000 और काफी सारे एम्प्लॉइज मिनिमम जो बोनस, जो मिनिमम PF है वो कंट्रीब्यूट करते हैं, सो उनको तो कुछ इम्पैक्ट नहीं पड़ेगा till the wage ceiling is 15,000. If that increases, then there will be an impact. But this is not the condition for all the employees. काफी सारे employees maximum PF में भी डालते हैं, so they will be impacted. हमारी gratuity भी बढ़ जाएगी because that's also calculated on our monthly wages. The formula is monthly wages into 15/26 into number of years that we are working. So अगर हम इस formula से calculate करें, this depend upon हमारे wages. तो हमारी wages बढ़ेंगी, तो हमारा gratuity भी बढ़ जाएगा. And that's also with our bonus, because our bonus is also calculated on our minimum wage. So that means जैसे ही हमारा wage बढ़ेगा, हमारा PF contribution, gratuity और bonus भी automatically बढ़ जाएगा. अब employer के लिए भी काफी सारी पेन है, क्योंकि जैसे ही employee अपने ज्यादा पैसा PF में डालेगा, वैसे ही employer भी PF के लिए contribute करेगा, bonus भी देगा. So this is also a pain for an employer. और जब हमारा PF contribution बढ़ेगा, that obviously that means कि हमारा cash in hand कम हो जाएगा. So अब ये किसी के लिए तो अच्छी बात हो सकती है, किसी को लगेगा कि this is a very negative thing. But our government thinks that why they are doing this, what is the reason? The reason here is कि हमारा future secure हो जाए. Therefore, our PF contribution will increase, so that will, that will be secure for our future. So ये इतनी भी बुरी खबर नहीं है. That's what I feel, that it's not that bad. जो भी पैसा है वो हमें तो मिल रहा है. Obviously, if the cash in hand, जब ये कम होता है, so obviously थोड़ा सा manage तो करना पड़ेगा. But I think this is not that, that bad news. I'll request all of you, whoever is watching the video, so do put in the comment section that what impact this will have on your salary. आपको कैसा लग रहा है? ये अच्छी खबर लग रही है, ये थोड़ी सी बुरी खबर लग रही है? So now this was the basic. Now this will also impact our tax liability. क्योंकि जब हमारी basic pay बढ़ती है, तो उस पे जो tax है, obviously वो भी बढ़ेगा. But yes, now here also we can also take the benefit. क्योंकि जैसे हमारा PF contribution बढ़ेगा, so we all know that that is fully exempt, so we'll get the tax benefit here. अगर हमें अपनी अलाउंसेस मैनेज करने हैं because of that 50% condition, so हो सकता है हमारा HRA डिक्रीज हो जाए. So that's partially, taxable. So वहां का हमारा जो बेनिफिट है वो थोड़ा सा कम भी हो सकता है. बाकी जो एक मिसनॉमर चल रहा है कि अलाउंसेस ज्यादा है, टैक्स तो बहुत ज्यादा इम्पैक्ट करेगा. सो आई जस्ट वांट टू रिफ्रेश द मेमोरीज कि जो कन्वेंस अलाउंस है, कुछ और अलाउंसेस है, उसके लिए तो पहले से ही हम एक स्टैंडर्ड डिडक्शन, द चेंज केम इन 2018. So there was a standard deduction 50,000 for that. So इतना impact नहीं करेगा, क्योंकि जैसे कहीं कहीं जगहों पर हमें टैक्स शायद ज्यादा पे करना पड़े, but then we also have things which will help us reduce our tax. So this all will, this we have to wait and do our calculations to understand whether this impact is good or bad. So just to conclude, I'll say that it's not that bad and it's a good thing. So it might be 60-70% good and bad. So thank you all for watching your video, and do put in the comment section that is this impacting you in a good sense, or this is a negative thing for you. Thank you so much. And yes, if you like the video, so do subscribe to our channel, click the bell icon, and also like the video. Thank you. Thank you so much.